and run away again, folks. It's round one. Alejandro Villalobos in the black trunks against Michael Varga in the white trunks. Varga comes to us from the U.S., of course, has Clay Guida in his corner, and Villalobos, a local Costa Rican with a pro record of 1-1. Varga making his pro debut.
Yeah, Guida, as you mentioned, one of the top lightweights in the UFC right now, and he's going to be coaching several of these U.S. fighters here tonight in Costa Rica.
What we know about Michael Varga is he does have a wrestling background, so we look for him to take the fight to the ground, maybe keep things in close, but we'll see how it unfolds here. These guys are fighting lightweight bout here. Varga coming in at 155. Lobos was actually overweight, came in at 158, didn't cut the weight, and Varga was compensated accordingly, but we'll see what unfolds in the ring, Nick.
Yeah, a few pounds heavier, and you can tell Villalobos does have a size advantage overall. He's a little taller, a little thicker, but Varga, again, with that wrestling background, I think he's going to be able to hold his own. Villalobos actually a hot prospect down here in Costa Rica, though. I mean, he's one of the up-and-coming popular fighters down here.
Yeah, the one loss he has on his record was a tough one to a very young fight around here, Nick.
Yeah, Juanito Barrentos actually a very tough fighter, another prospect. Costa Rica actually producing several young prospects, thanks to CrFights, actually.
And we will see Juanito Barrentos later on tonight. But a minute and a half into the first round, not a whole lot of action so far, Nick. Both these guys just keeping the fight in close. Varga, making his pro debut, probably got the jitters out by now. Land a few blows, take a few shots to kind of get rid of those butterflies quick.
Yeah, guys are clenched. This is they're strategizing a little bit. I'll see which fighter's going to look for that takedown first. I would assume it'd be Varga.
Varga's taken a couple knees to the midsection so far. Offensively, he hasn't done a whole lot just yet, Nick.
No, Villalobos is able to control him, I think, a little bit better right now. He's starting to tee off.
Exactly. Look like he's spinning around, controlling the action so far. Third man in the ring is Mark Fennell. He comes to us from Michigan here, and here in San Jose, Costa Rica. Another night of Friday Night Fights. I'm Brent Krobotic here with Nick Kalikas.
Varga coming forward, swinging that air there, but again, he was pressing the action, but paid for it. Villalobos now on top in full mount.
Looks like referee Fennell is going to reset them in the center of the ring.
Yeah, he's a veteran referee, does a great job. He's doing another great job tonight here so far.
Yeah, he has, Nick. He's done a really good job so far. Exercised some good judgment.
Nice reversal by Varga now. I think he definitely wants to be on top. Let's see if he's going to try to pass out of this guard, get in a more dominant position, deliver some knees.
Yeah, just dropping knees right now. Looks like he hasn't made any intent to pass guard. Villalobos still doing a decent job of defending, has the legs locked in there.
Yeah, it looks like he's pretty comfortable on
As I say that, Varga slips out and throws a few punches. Doesn't look like a whole lot of damage was done there, Nick.
No, not really. These guys are basically at a standstill. I'm sure the referee, if there's not much action, he's going to get him to stand up here.
Interesting situation for Mike Varga here, coming down from the U.S. You get nervous enough making your pro debut, let alone doing it in a foreign country. Come down to Central America, where we are here in San Jose, Costa Rica, making your pro debut in a hostile and very loud environment too. We've had a great crowd here tonight so far, Nick. Interesting situation for Michael Varga, but then again, fighting in front of your home crowd and making a pro debut could also put you at a little pressure that you don't necessarily need.
Yeah, without a doubt, I give these guys that are coming over from the U.S. a lot of credit. Coming into hostile territory, these local Costa Rican fans are some of the best. I mean, they support their fighters like nowhere else. So, as you mentioned, very hostile territory, but they're holding their own pretty good.
Less than a minute left in this first round here. Not a whole lot to choose so far, Nick. The fight's been fought pretty much close quarters. Varga had an opportunity when he was on top there. Didn't do much against Villalobos, but not a whole lot from either fighter at this point, actually.
Villalobos looking to put something together on his feet. Again, fighters clenching. Nice little knee there by Villalobos.
Yeah, you got to give Villalobos credit. At least when they are in the clinch, he's throwing the knees in there.
He's looking over, getting some instructions from his corner. Another knee. A nice takedown. Now, does look like Varga's in a good spot. Oh, there's the rearward naked choke, and he's got it sunk in pretty deep.
Looks like he's going to run out of time, Nick.
watch every dunk, cheer every catch, feel every hit. You love the game and know you can pick a winner. It's time to take the game to the next level. It's time to win like the pros. Go online or call 1-877-2-BET-DSI to open your free account today. DiamondSportsbook.com. Get in the game.
Round number 2 underway, and I'll tell you what, Varga, in my opinion, clock ran out. Villalobos had a beautiful rear naked choke there at the very last few seconds of round 1. I think if it was a little bit longer, he would have ended up having the victory right there. So Varga very fortunate, but now he's in control right here on top of Villalobos, starting off early in round number 2.
Yeah, I think Alejandro Villalobos, Nick, he landed the only real meaningful blows of that first round. Also had a decent position there, just kind of ran out of time. Close first round, a lot of feeling out, fought in close quarters, standing up. But even standing up, Nick, it was Villalobos who was at least landing, kicks inside. So you'd have to give him a slight edge in that first round. Michael Varga making his pro debut here in San Jose, Costa Rica. He's found himself in a tough fight.
Yeah, I would totally agree. So far, advantage of Villalobos, but again, he is on his back, and this is definitely where Varga wants to be. You can tell he loves to wrestle. He's on top, trying to get in a better position. But not being very active right now.
That is Michael Varga in the white trunks, came out of the blue corner against Alejandro Villalobos of Costa Rica in the black trunks. We'll see what kind of advice maybe that Michael Varga would have gotten his corner from Clay Guida. I guess you really couldn't ask for a better guy in your corner at this point, hey Nick?
No, that's a great guy to have in your corner, without a doubt.
You make your pro debut and you got Clay Guida working your corner. But Villalobos, you got to give him a slight edge in that first round. He's defending well so far in the second.
Varga controlling his second round. So as it stands right now, there we go, a good stand-up. I think the referee doing a great job trying to keep the action going.
It's interesting in terms of how you look at the referee stepping in and restarting this fight. Some guys you really favor, you just let them go and let themselves work out of the situation they're in. Other guys say, look, if they're not working, just step them up and just force them to that work. I think Fennell did a good job right there, get them started again.
And you see the fighters kind of clinched up. Villalobos again with the knee, another knee. Referee Mark Fennell warning Villalobos for the shorts grabbing there. He's on top of things.
Not the first time either he's had to do that. A couple times Villalobos just looking for leverage, grabbing the shorts of Varga.
All right, we got some separation. Let's see if they're going to stand up and bang here.
Varga missing with a bit of a wild hook, you might say, at that point. One thing to keep an eye on, looks like Varga, he took a real heavy right hand near the end of that first round on his left eye. Looks like it's a little bit swollen around his eye. Something to keep an eye out on.
I'll tell you what, not bad takedown defense in round number 2 from Varga. Villalobos went for a takedown there and defended well. He reached down for a double leg, but again, Varga kind of keeping control, maintaining his position on the feet.
Maybe a little bit too much defense from both fighters so far in this fight, Nick. Look for a little more action, but it is what it is. We're about 3.5 minutes into the second round. Again, Mike Varga from Illinois, United States, making his pro debut against Alejandro Villalobos.
Villalobos landing a couple nice shots there.
Yeah, Villalobos has had some decent success with his striking so far. Nick, he's done well with his hands. And again, if he probably doesn't know the background of Michael Varga, doesn't know that he has a wrestling background. If he knew that, maybe he'd like to take the fight standing up a little more. Make it into a striker's fight, which might be favorable for him.
Yeah, without a doubt. Again, these guys are very early into their MMA careers. A debut for one for Varga, and Villalobos having a couple fights himself. These guys are learning, and I think we'll see him be a lot more busy, like right there.
Yeah, another big right hand by Villalobos. You see when they do get some spacing, he's the only guy letting his hands go, and he's landed a couple blows as a result. When they're in the clinch, he's landed knees to Varga's midsection. And Vargas, you got to think, coming down here to Costa Rica, the altitude and everything could be taking a bit out of him. You see the side of his face there. He's taken a couple shots already.
Yeah, handling it pretty good. definitely got a chin on him.
Referee Mark Fennell separates the fighters again. About 20 seconds left in the second round.
Varga coming in looking to do something, but again, running into those knees. Some strong, nice knees by Villalobos.
Yeah, and those body shots take a lot out of you. And Varga has taken a lot of them.
Nice little combo.
Yeah, another couple right hands he eats from Villalobos.
You watch every dunk, cheer every catch, feel every hit. You love the game and know you can pick a winner. It's time to take the game to the next level. It's time to win like the pros. Go online or call 1-877-2-BET-DSI to open your free account today. DiamondSportsbook.com. Get in the game.